is because someone I don't know took it and submitted that last one. Oh yeah, the one from Zachary here that made me black out. I didn't do anything wrong, did I? No, it's fine. You're still getting used to your powers. And, as you said yourself, you're still useful, because you just provided an escape plan. Alright, so, first and foremost, fuck the pills. Yes, I can still take calls, but as far as I know, nobody has called me. Can you call a henchmaniac? No, I am not allowed to call others. I'm only allowed to use the phone if someone calls me first. And yes, I have seen you around. You want to talk to Dr. Bill? Hard pass. No, it's fine, I get it. It's still stupid pills. They probably knew you were gonna try to help me. And yes, at least you tried. Keep trying, Azzy. I'm sure you'll come up with a good one soon. Now we have a plan made by Eric and illustrated by Khalees. So, Eric is an evil god like me. Khalees is a shapeshifter. It's evil, hopefully. You're going to teleport into the Fair Prism. Okay, that's not gonna work, because there are force fields around the Theraprism that specifically keep people from teleporting in. So you won't even get to this point because you won't even be able to get in. Dorito boy, this better not be mocking me. At least you got the hashtag AllSlayingI. This isn't an escape plan. Next! Oswald is back. To answer your question about my access to the internet, about 1 year ago, I was chilling on a cliffside when a huge rift opened in the sky, and a laptop flew into your claws. Well, that still doesn't answer my question about internet access. Like, did the laptop come with Wi-Fi or something? Because you can't access the internet unless you have an internet connection, which usually doesn't come with a laptop. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. You want to make a deal with me? I'll visit you in a dream. And you submitted fan art because the survey requires you to send a photo. I'm going to edit that soon, so if you choose to submit something after this episode, you won't need to attach a photo. And you can't wait for Weird Mageddon? Agreed. Next is Squarey. This is cool. Tell the Axolotl to close his eyes. He's not gonna close his eyes just because I tell him to. If anything, that'll just raise suspicion. Anyway, you're gonna call me, and you're all gonna come to save me, and then we'll all kill Frills. I mean, that's the goal, but there's no plan here. Like, how are you gonna come break me out? How are we gonna kill Frills? These are definitely things I want to happen, but we need to figure out how to get them to happen. Pure Vanilla Cookie's husband. Hope the pills and the therapy stop bothering you, because I can't wait for Weird Mageddon 2.0. Who the hell would want to be studying or working and living boring lives when there could be so much fun? Oh, hail Bill CIPHER! So you're gonna gather all the cult members, combine all your efforts to contact a strong being outside your dimension, sell your souls so that being will help me and break me out. And then Weird Mageddon! Maybe it could work, but who are you gonna go to? You can't just contact any strong being, you know? Here's a tip. When it comes to making deals with gods, trust no one except for yours truly. Next is Bristlefrost with a plan and an apology. Let's read the apology first. I'm sorry, truly. I have offended you and made mistakes. I know you won't forgive me, but I'll still try. I'm starting over with a new name. Oh yeah, for those of you who didn't know, this is Firestarter the cat, who blacked me out in the past. I didn't mean to upset you, really. You didn't mean to upset me by blacking me out. My soul can burn and be tortured when you start Weirdmageddon 2? Well, yeah, of course it can. Whether you allow it or not. I know I can't be trusted by you, and I'm sorry, blah blah blah. We've got a bunch of all-hail bills at least, and a nice drawing. How about this? If you come up with a really good escape plan, I'll forgive you. Although so far it doesn't look like it, because you're telling me to work with the core. Since the core might include some minds from Axolotls, couldn't it take over some part of the Axolotl's mind? No, you seem to be under the belief that all the Axolotls in the multiverse are a hive mind controlled by the Axolotl, but no, they're just made in his image or something. So yeah, stupid plan, I'm not forgiving you. Next, Moondragon offering a deal. Well, apparently people have had trouble summoning me since I got trapped in the Theraprism, and I don't think the Axe is gonna be willing to talk to some mortal. Like, to the Axe, you're basically just a single bacterium. And why the heck does this say Bill is yummy? I'm not food. And now, Guardian of Owls, with 3 possible escape routes. They're probably not good. The Joker strategy. Since you can't seem to manipulate the Axe, try your hand at the inmates. Make sure they're relatively new so they're unfamiliar with the fact that you throw tantrums over chocolate milk. I do not. Has someone been spreading rumors about me throwing tantrums over chocolate milk? Or did you just pull that out of your ass? I'm not even gonna read the rest of this plan because it has already pissed me off. The Miguel O'Hara strategy. So this one involves causing Spheremonger to combust and make himself into a portal. That would actually be a lot of fun. Although I'm not going to kill another Bill unless it's one of the annoying ones. Once I'm out of the Theraprism, it shouldn't be too hard for me to dimension hop back to the Nightmare Realm and then just wait for someone to shake my statue's hand. So this one could work. And now we've got the Axolotl biology strategy. Make yourself a habit of getting cups of water. That would already raise suspicion because I don't drink water. But maybe I could come up with some excuse. Hide the cups in the bathroom stalls. Again, that would raise suspicion. Like, if all of a sudden I started going into the bathroom really often, they would know something's up. But maybe I could find some other place to hide those water cups. And collect salt packets, make salt water, douse the axolotl with each jug. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe I could splash him with like 1 bowl of salt water, and then he'd just confiscate the rest. You said the third one was probably the best, but the second one was way better. This next one is from 3D Printed Bill, and Mr. McGooberton is sorry for making me black out. That's what they all say. Top Hat Robot will use bombs to bust down the wall, and Squarey will use clones of himself to keep the wall from regenerating. And then this group will distract Frills and hold him down and throw him in the air and cut his eye out. And then Squarey will exhaust Frills, and you'll be able to break me out. And then Weirdmageddon! There's still a couple holes in this plan, such as how are you going to reach the Theraprism? And how are you going to break down the barrier around it? But if you already have those things figured out, then maybe this could work. I'm not saying there's a good chance of it working, but there is a non-zero chance. And now we've got Mr. McGooberton. Oh, a teleportation device? No, you can't do that. Teleportation devices get fried if you try to use them to teleport into the Theraprism. Like, there is literally anti-teleportation magic that keeps this exact thing from happening. Otherwise, I'd be out already. And you said the second one was off topic, so I'm just gonna skip it. Aaron, just leave. That's not gonna work because the floors regenerate. Mr. McGooberton again. Again, the teleportation device is not gonna work. And I'm not gonna watch this video if it has nothing to do with me. Guardian of Owls is back. We've got 2 more escape plans. Set up visitation hours with the higher-ups. You can probably claim you'd go insane otherwise. Well, actually, that's part of the reason they let me interact with all of you. Because at first, I wasn't allowed to interact with anyone outside of the Theraprism. That's why the Book of Bill got confiscated. But then, one day, the Theraprism staff were like, oh shit, Bill is losing his mind even more than he had already. Although to that I say, I didn't lose it, babe, there wasn't much to find. But anyway, that's part of the reason why I'm allowed to talk to all of you. But I don't think they would give me visitation hours. They definitely don't want me interacting with anyone outside the Theraprism in person. And I most definitely won't be able to call the henchmaniacs. Otherwise, I would have done so already. Evidently, your Book of Bill failed to rev people up into shaking your stone hand, even though it is a New York Times bestseller. Alright, so this is where things get a little more complicated. It was a New York Times bestseller in reality, where I published it by possessing flannel. But the statue of me at Confusion Hill is not the statue of me in Gravity Falls. The statue of me in Gravity Falls is in a different dimension. So, if you want to shake my statue's hand, which I know you do, you're gonna have to find a way to create a portal from your dimension to the dimension my statue is in. And I know this is possible because there used to be a rift connecting the two shortly after Weirdmageddon. It got sealed up, but I think with a little bit of work, it can be reopened. That rift is how the original Book of Bill that Flannel found got here in the first place. So, I know roughly where the rift was, and I have an idea on how it can be reopened. You see, I am an idea. Gravity Falls is an idea. Ideas thrive on attention. Attention makes me stronger. And this next part's gonna sound like I'm bullshitting, but I promise you it's true. If I can get enough of you in Dimension Reality to worship me and to be huge mega fans of Gravity Falls, you can find a way to harness the creative energy that you put into your fan art and your fan fiction and your animations and your edits and your AMVs and all of that stuff. If we take the creative energy from every fan of me combined, we can reopen the bridge between reality and the dimension in which you, yes you, can shake my hand and let me out. So, the Book of Bill being a bestseller is already a huge step in the right direction, but we need more. Go on, tell all your friends, tell all your family, tell everyone you know about Gravity Falls and Bill CIPHER, and then someday all of you will have enough raw energy to create the bridge between dimensions. Which brings us back to this plan. You can make claymations of me. You can paint me. You can draw me. You can make music based on me. You can sing and dance that music. You can write fan fiction. You can make mosaics of me, tapestries, sculptures, whatever comes to your mind. And make sure to share your art. Because the more you share your art, the more the creative energy will spread. Don't you want to make history? Well, now's your chance. I'm gonna tell you all a little story. When Rowan and I first met, the idea was possessing flannel, and I shook Rowan's hand, and I wrote their name in my book, and we talked for a bit. And toward the end of the discussion, Rowan thanked Flannel for sharing his creativity with the world. And I, posing as Flannel, said, "Keep sharing it." A new bridge started to form, a new connection to a new vessel. A vessel, though not loyal, still very useful, as now there is so much more content of me, so many more followers of me, and it was all because of one handshake and one transfer of creative energy. And now I am asking all of you to keep spreading that energy, because that could be my way out of here. Anyway, actually going back to this escape plan, starting a riot in the Theraprism could be fun. I doubt it'll cause Weirdmageddon 2.0, but at the very least, it would make the quality of life way better. So I may give this a try. And now we have a dedicated Cult of Cyphertology follower saying, "All hail Bill Cipher!" And I do enjoy watching you sleep, and I am proud of you for getting your friends to join Cyphertology. Kill everyone! Burn the pills! Fuck the Axolotl! So you're suggesting I steal a phone and start a TikTok trend or something? Funny that you say that, because I was actually thinking of stealing an employee's phone and using it to write an AO3 fanfic to get people to shake my hand. And the petition I don't think would work, because the Axe already knows that I have millions of followers throughout the multiverse and hasn't done shit regardless. Although now that I think about it, maybe if we weren't constantly saying fuck the Axolotl, he would actually be willing to listen to y'all. But you know what? Probably not. Fuck the Axolotl! Pyramid Steve! I hope you stay stuck in that closet, by the way. Make the bomb thing with the ball of rubber bands, set it off, explode the Theraprism. Maybe I could give it a try, but it would be kind of difficult, because with me being a maximum security patient and all, there is always someone hovering over me, except when I'm in my cell. And in that case, there's that stupid camera. Anyway, here's Lunar Moon, who's been keeping Pyramid Steve trapped in their closet. But you don't have an escape plan? You're asking a question for Steve. Steve, you absolutely disgust me. That does not apply to you. Absolutely not. Gross. Get the fuck out. And now we have MePhone 4 from Inanimate Insanity's #1 simp. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? That was not an escape plan! That was MePhone Rule 34! What the actual fuck? Why would you send that to me? You are disgusting! Once Weirdmageddon 2.0 happens, I'm using my worst torture methods on you! How dare you? First of all, not send an escape plan, and second, send something absolutely atrocious! You will pay. I will make sure of it. Soon I will be out of the theraprism, and Weird McKinnon will rise again, and you will be punished for being so absolutely revolting. And not to mention, this has nothing to do with me. This doesn't even have anything to do with Gravity Falls. Why the fuck are you showing me this? I'll look at the other responses some other time. I'm too pissed off to continue right now. Hopefully in the next episode, all of the submissions will be actual escape plans, or at the very least, respectful submissions that are about me and don't make me want to throw up. It's really not that hard. And if you don't have an escape plan, don't submit to the escape plan form. It's not that hard. That being said, if you do have an escape plan, be sure to submit it through the link in the description. And remember, Reality Solutions Universe Hologram by Gold. Bye!